So they'll be calling you a radical. I love all these finance guys that think they know fucking money, fucking Jekyll Island, Federal Reserve. If you don't know about this building on this corner, you don't know anything about money. You don't know anything about the country. This infamous corner. The clock has been stuck at 10 after 2 since I was a little kid. The temperature's been stuck at 42 degrees. That's the old First Security Bank. What's that, huh? I mean, I love it. We got Jekyll Island. It's pathetic as hell. So, we're going to talk about Trump and his fucking new love. His fucking best buddy, the beheaders. Go beheaders. Fucking North Carolina, nuclear waste in our wells. Go beheaders. So, Trump, I've went to lots of his lectures in New York. And he says, arrest the Saudis, arrest the Saudi royal family, arrest the Saudi royal family, arrest the Saudi royal family. So the clock has been, and I'm not young, I'm an old fucker. That clock has been stuck at 2 minutes after 10 since I was a little kid. I'll put up some walking history of Ogden. I am the walkie-talking historian here, and I've worked on almost every one of these buildings, restoration. You know, first they come for the craftsmen. I've got, I think at one time I had 30 restoration on Washington. I've got 10,000 in this job. I balance my finance, my academia, and my hawk and trowel my whole life. So Trump, now at the G20 in Japan, now I'm going to hold a lottery. How soon, which one of these guys is the first one to get cancer and die? Oh, they got a pill, they got transplants, whatever. Well, how come Bill Gates' partner didn't get one? You know, how come he didn't get one? Paulina, 30 billion, he died of this disease. So, Trump and his octopussy, a spy who loved me wife, how long till one of them gets cancer? Trump is that ignorant? I don't know what he's up to, but I used to go to his lectures on 9/11. And he would go after, rightfully so, he'd go after the Saudis hardcore. So this wall right here, I was always going to restore this fresco and see how the concrete flows through. We were going to make it look like the mountains, you know, with my hawk and trowel. That's before Matt Godfrey come in here and destroy. I used to teach with Matt. He stole and looted from this thing. I could do so many visitations, this corrupt. Weaver County is the most corrupt place in the fucking world. You think I'm lying? I'm not. Utah. So, this is the big story, marine biology, Fukushima. I worked on the Egyptian theory. I can get on that. The problem here is people are, well, all over the country. Not only are they ignorant, they're proud of their ignorance. They are degenerate. They have disrespect for the ecology to the 10th power. Devoto lived right up there. Von McKay, I mean, I'm going on and on and on and on and on. I worked on all these buildings. You know, I remember when this one fell down and KSL reported, God, they had 2 illegals and a fucking chainsaw. I mean, what they did to the craftsmen, and it's not the exploited, it's the exploiters. You got a bunch of car salesmen run the show now. Fucking TED Talks. Oh my God, fucking shoot me now. Fuck, it's all fucking propaganda. So the ORCAS, this biologist comes out and says, they've been gone for 8 weeks. This is Kevin Blanchard's reporter from the day, having the marine biologist in the desert of Utah. Well, I do all the work there. I could tell story after story on every one of these corrupt fucking buildings. I mean, the corruption here over the top. I've worked on them all. You know, I own Blanche Plastic for all those years, 10,000 jobs. Blackball me because they turned into the fake shit. I'm authentic. I do laugh and cry. People still call. I mean, I built the tree in the Children's Museum. Yeah, that's built out of, that's my hand. There's a handprint inside the wall on the tree. That's my hand. Literally. Browning, I mean, go on and on. So, the ORCAS are eating gray pups in Monterey. I reported that a long time ago. They disappeared, haven't showed up for 8 weeks because they're starving to death. It's like the Marine Biology Department. How can they won't even use the word starvation. So, speaking of the World Bank, somebody says, you know they've created a new global fucking deal, Trump, backdoor. You think that NAFTA was a fucking deal? The new one, the EU, Africa, fucking, what do you think they're up to? So, how long till Trump and his Russian spy aunt wife get leukemia? Oh boy. So, the ecological catastrophe that's ongoing. I restored all that wall. I mean, it doesn't look like it's restored. Oh, it's restored. That's what we made it look. We made it look that old. I mean, a lot of this stuff, all up and down 25 Drive, which we have. I mean, Weber State Library's there. They're clueless. They just get a check. They're passionate. They have none. They have none. You have a degenerate nation who's disrespect for their own disrespect for themselves. Look at them. They're willing to go down with their dogma. Dogma fucking, they trade in their health because they're ignorance, because it's lazy, apathetic, fucking, you know. What a sick society we live in. So, the ORCAS, the gray whale epidemic, NOAA came out yesterday and says, well, this is only 10% of them that's washed up at La Jolla, which Kevin White said the whole time. So, and they're putting their number at 167. So, can you times that by 10 kids? That's NOAA's words, not mine. It's much worse than that. It's a catastrophe. I predicted it all. Kevin Blanche, the starvation event. Big fish eat little fish. By the way, Peter Skeen Ogden was never in Ogden. It used to be called Brownsville. The 9/11 memorial right over there that fucking Matt Godfrey fucking slaughtered this place. What a criminal derelict he was. I stuck with Mayor Madsen's building right down there. He paid nothing. I know all these mayors, including the one now. Corruption? You don't even know corruption. The Blue Door used to be right there. When this town was rich, she was a designer. I restored all this building. The Masonic Temple's right there. The old Orpheum Theater right there. They tore it down. Of course, Ted Bundy was in jail right there. They let him go. He bailed out. His mom and dad bailed. How did he get here? Ha! The girl that he was, I mean, that creepy thing. Ogden, all roads lead here. All roads lead here. You know, so the ORCAS, just starving to death mammals, eating other starving to death mammals. That's nothing to consider. Ooh, what a once in a lifetime. Ben Roman, he drew on the napkin right there. Who? Harold and Maude. He walked out of there, he drew it. That's the Paramount picture. Ben Roman Peak. So, this is a catastrophe. They can't even use the word starvation. Now, you think about it. They're calling themselves academians. They're calling themselves scientists, biologists, and they can't even use the word starvation. Oh, we need to cut up as many as we can. What the fuck? It's the most obvious logical thing in the world. Fukushima pours in, breaks the food chain. I remember a woman I'm walking up on, it was in La Jolla. It was a dead blue. It's just, oh, Kevin Blanche, yeah, radiation can't kill a, 30,000 pound freaking mammal. I said, I never said it did. This is the old Broom Hotel, by the way. I have the mirror out of there. In my videos, that mirror that's in the background, that's out of here. So, they tore that down. That's what they do. There used to be a tower up on the top of that. When they remodeled it, the wind blew and that's what they did. Leslie Hodson masterpiece. I saved the 19... I can go on and on and on and on, but nobody can give Kevin Blanche the field because he just tells the fucking truth. Because they're in their fucking golden handcuffs. It's like organic farmers market. I know a lot of these guys. The land that this food, urban garden. You know how fucking poisoned this land is, and you're gonna eat that shit? Oh, not me. I ain't eating that shit. No way. I know how poison and toxic this is. They dumped everything and you name it, including freaking genocide blood. Natives' bloods. You think the Germans invented you? You know nothing about this place. Wall Stedner. All these guys who mentored me. They don't care. Oh, that's one of my jobs. I stuck with that. Fuck, I got fucking 10,000 of them, Frescoes all over. They tore down. They dishonor first. They come for the craftsmen because I stood up to the fucking corrupt bastards. They're fake, molded up ethos. That's why I stood up to this exploitation of labor. I never did it. I never exploited labor. The guys who worked for me, Butch died, my lead man. They were with me for decades. They're people friends. We had a team. We were a family. But they destroyed us. The exploiters took the field. First, it's the decadence of user. I wouldn't eat any of this stuff. You're out of your fucking mind. Europe's a whole different story. You got to be out of your mind to eat any of it. And so, because, do you think they regulate it? Oh, fuck no. These guys are going in their freaking yards here, tainted with you name it. Come on. This is a boomtown from hell. The federal building, oh God, you get me going. What a transformation here. next to yoga on the field of blood. I have a great picture right there of natives right there with the Orpheum Theater in the background. Right there on that square inch of ground where they're doing yoga, bounty house. The temporary bounty house was right there. $25 for a child's ear, $50 for a man's, or $50 for a woman's, $100 for a man's. Government, Army agents. Jesse James lived right there. I mean, they were all Connors, these guys. You know how much blood's right there? They don't know. They don't know. I mean, and they're talking yoga. I like how they've done the yoga. It's all self-internalization of the strife. When yoga's about externalizing the strife. Up is down, black is white. They've reversed everything. They've turned the country into fucking degenerates. Oh, look at me, look at me. So, I mean, I'll post this picture of fucking Trump. It's disturbing. So that's my new contest, is when will Trump get cancer? Oh, God. Oh, the panty painters are out in fucking force. Make me sick. Oh, and they call themselves fucking artists. Make me sick. You can smell it. Oh, you heard it. Whoa, whoa. Right there next to the organic food bars. Let's, let's get some fucking toxic. That's why I don't paint no more. Hey, Andy, why are you making all these films? It's a lot easier to paint. Because I got leukemia. I don't trust the fucking paint on my skin. So, oh, it's disturbing as hell. The old bus depot, the old Elks they tore down, this courthouse, that building was grand. Oh, I got stories about that building. I restored all these buildings. They're on the national charter. They're protected by the feds, but they cheat. They put fake shit like this one. I got to show you this one. This is illegal as hell. EFS is against the law. Fake stucco's against the law. This is on the National Historic. They don't care here. It's all corrupt. I can't tell you. I mean, it's the corruptest place in the world. See those plaster walls on the side? I restored all that. Every one of these buildings I restored. Yeah, me, with my hand and my crew. And I was a hands-on guy. I didn't like, oh, no. I mean, my Hawking trial, my mind, I never gave up my Hawking trial until I got cancer. See this? It's all fake. It's all illegal as hell. It's written right in the charter. You can't use it. That's fake stuff on one of the most historic buildings in Ogden. On the National Historical list. See it? It's all fake. It's all fake. That's illegal what they did to that building too. He had some illegals freaking, I mean, the exploitation of this place is just, I restored all these, inside and out. You walk in any one of these buildings inside, you'll see these walls where they tore out the, the old conduit. That's all my hand putting them back together. It's all my hands. But no, they blackball me. So I'll post these pictures of Trump with the 9/11 terrorists. So we're holding a lottery. How soon till Trump and or his wife, they've been in Japan so much, get leukemia in the name of Karaiki. Go team, but apathy. I'm talking to Utah State. They have a booth right there. What about the little nuclear scale reactors right here? What? Oh, you see this clown circus on stage. Fucking hurt, make you sick. This is the home of Bernard DeVoto. This is the home of Fama K. Brody. This is, I mean, Stegner lived here for a long time. I mean, this is the greatest freaking Doyle Strong. The panty painters and the apathy will make you fucking puke. Weber State has a fucking thing in the library. They don't care. This is all illegal as hell. All illegal. This historic building. One of the most historic buildings in the country. Look at the fake shit all over it. It's recent. That's illegal. It's illegal. Has to be authentic. Has to be cement based. How do they get away with it? Corruption. That's how. I mean, I was restoring the Masonic Temple. I went across the street and the historian says, well, what permit? What building's that? They don't know. Everybody just got fingers in a check. They have no passion. There's the problem. There's no passion. The environmental community, oh, yay, I'm Greenpeace, I'm Sierra Club, I'm fucking, I mean, it's a fucking clown circus. John Muir, rolling his grave. Stegner rolling his fucking, all of them. This, as I call this city, blood. The old Helena, it's a fucking gem of a building. This is the old El Baracho. Ooh, there was a murder in here fucking once a week. Whoa, let me show you what it was originally. They were all whorehouses, all brothels, and the madams ran the fucking, let's see. They were all whorehouses. The Great Junction City. There was a hotel down there, they called it the Hire for Murder. The biggest murder for hire gang in the world was right there. They used to murder them through their bodies right there. I was working right there on the corner. I worked for George Pappas when I was a kid. I was plastering the wall on where the old Earl was, on the old China Temple. I walked around the corner, there was a dead guy there, beat with a hoe, 1978. And I'm like, whoa. So George calls the fucking cops, and they just threw him in there, nothing in the paper, no nothing. So a few days later, I broke my hoe, because I still mix. I do everything manual, always did, even when we were doing 10,000 fucking jobs. I mean, everybody say, where's your mix? And I say, right there, there's Jerry, there's Butch, there's Stacy. We mix by hand. The last artisan. He says, wasn't that hoe? Well, I says, fuck, they killed the guy with that. Beat him like blood. Yeah, so what? Here. I used it for years. This street is rooted in fuck this town. If you think the Germans invented genocide, you know nothing about the American West. Jesse James lived right here. So I got to show you this, lastly. I'm so disgusted you don't even want to know these fucking hypocrites. There ain't any hypocrites. And then the right-wingers, I mean, it's disturbing. The ignorance is, and you talk to people. I talked to the Utah State Extension Service about funding new school. What, huh? The extent, I mean, this is the agricultural freaking university. Federally, state funded. Weber State, they have no passion. They don't care. I got to show you this. Lastly, you know, freaking, I'm so pissed off and disgusted. Green World, huh? Where you guys at?
Greenwood? Just up
oh, Greenwood.
Still, huh?
I know where you guys are at.
Yep.
They're still looking for the guy who killed the teacher there, huh?
I don't have a clue. Never
yeah, there's a big murder case. This guy's on the lam. A couple years ago, he's still on the lam. She taught there. The victim.
Never heard of it.
So did he. He taught there. He's still on the lam. It's one of the biggest murder cases in the freaking country right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See what I mean? You think I'm kidding? The ignorance, and he's one of the biggest stories in the country. The Stewart Library right here. I'm talking to her. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They'll hang having this with their fucking money and their comfortability. They don't give a fuck. Now this is important. God help me. All this stuff's important. Like Made in Ogden. They have a Made in Ogden booth. It's all made in China. There they are. There's the only real activists left.
That's right.
God, this place. Don't even get me going.
You are rich.
Oh boy.
Talk to her about me. She'll tell you. She'll school you up. I'm waiting for her to run against Bishop's seat. I'm putting you up. I'm putting you as a writing candidate. She's fantastic. She's the great. Yeah, there you go. Hey, did you see AOC do the statement about this land rooted in slavery and genocide? That's what I'm talking about right now. You know what I call this street? And I call Ogden? I call it Blood. Blood. They're going to rename Ogden Blood. She's fantastic. So, she's active. I mean, her and I protest. Well, we started this video. I mean, her and her partner, what's her name, made the UPI. She's all over. That's me doing all the dirty work. She'll say, Kevin, you do the dirty work. I do the talking. So I'll end it right here. This is important as hell. This is all new in the 2000s. So this building on the edge of it, let's get up here. You can see it. See that paint a little bit up on the corner? This is historical. It's real important. There's a giant painted logo there, and this was all vacant. And it's a Victorian original cigar with a woman's head painted across the whole thing. By law, they have to preserve it. I'm going to preserve it. I was restoring that building right there for Dory. I'm going to preserve it, put it back, leave an alley there so we can see it. It's the best fresco. You know, I'm the one that restored it. Just a little touch here and there. I didn't restore any of the paint because it's illegal to restore the paint. But I restored all the brick, all of it. Look what they did to it. It's still there. It's underneath. You can't see it. It's the best fresco in one of them in the country. It's incredible. It's a giant, the whole wall, it's giant. It's grand. I think it's 1905, maybe 1888. I take it back. I think it's 1888. So this is the hotel right here. I restored all these buildings. The walls on the back, that's on my plaster. Right there is where I was telling you that story about the thing. That was, now this is important. Altus. That's the name of the girl that went to prison for having sex with her students. The name of the Altus That was the biggest whorehouse in the world. It's called the Earl, and it was grand. I remember when they tore it down. So on this wall is the wall I'm talking about that I play. You can still see a little piece of it. But first they come for the craftsmen. Oh, they hate me because I'm authentic. 10,000 job, boy. They still call all that work up the top. That's all my work. All these buildings. So see that? You can see a little bit right there. So that's where the murder for hire gang was. So they'd come in off the train and you could hire to have anybody killed. No one cared around here. And they threw them right out here in the street. Jack Dempsey lived there. You know who hid right there for years and years and years? Wild Wild West. Famous freaking on-the-line murderer, Jesse James. That's where he lived. I mean, they rode the train here and hid. Ogden's rooted in nothing but blood. And I would say this, the Spike 150 was an absolute fucking disgrace. The feds and the government took it over Dirty Herbie. It was a right here, 100 year, at the 100th anniversary, I stood right there. That's my great-great-grandfather ran at the end of the train. My grandchildren wanted to participate. You know, they're the heirs to the first houses in my grandfather's house. Abraham Hunsaker first, my grandfather. That's all my work. I restored it to make it look authentic, and the feds watched over me. That's back when we policed it. I was the only one that was allowed to do any of this stuff around because I was the only one who knew how to do it authentically. So who was the master of ceremony then? Talk about the activist artist. Stood right there for days. Millions of people came. Johnny Cash. John Wayne. To Dirty Herbie. It was a disgrace. They had snipers on the homeless shelter. I mean, military police presence. I mean, that's what we turned into. I mean, oh, it's Nazi Germany. Trump's a Nazi. You know, just like Obama. Oh, they sent Hillary into fucking Japan. Did Obama go? He ain't that stupid. No, he went to South America with his family. So, Blood, Utah, I'll do more tours. And I accept donations for these tours because that's why I have to do it. Because the YouTube video is mightier than the sword. I backdoor them every day, and they're like, what the fuck? I said, no, I have a YouTube camera. The most educated populace in the history of mankind are these kids. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The great jump. This burnt down, by the way. It's all rooted in blood. It's all rooted in blood. The bounty house, the mass murder, yoga. There's a yoga place inside there. I talk to them all the time. As you know, I do angry yoga. More murders in there, probably per capita than anyone in the country. Hire for murder, prostitutes. Murder, I mean, anybody. You could hire anybody and everybody knew it for decades. Now they do yoga. This woman told me the other day, she says, well, I'm from New Zealand, Australia, I can pick up the vibe here. It's so horrible. Oh my God, they must have. I says, really, you're from Australia? And you're worried about the vibe here? Fuck, you know what kind of mass murder went down there? The Queen? And then I had this really good looking, cute girlfriend who just found me on the internet when I had cancer. She came to me, oh my God, this girl was incredible. You know, she come to the hospital to see me. I actually think that's part of the reason I lived. Oh my God, whoa, this one. Well, apparently she had a boyfriend that she didn't tell me about, which that's the American female, right? She says, well, my boyfriend says, I can't live in Utah because there's too much nuclear waste here. I says, where's he live? Knoxville, Tennessee. Oak Ridge, the most toxic place on the face of the earth. Nuclear. Bar none. Nevada test say? Chernobyl? Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Up is down, black is right, nothing under my nose. Don't freaking rattle my paradigm. Fuck. Stay tuned.